ready.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, The Expanse. Once again, thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Yes, sir. I'm not gonna waste any more time here, man. If you guys want to see more episodes of The Expanse, go check it out on the Patreon. A lot of you guys are over there enjoying it. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's jump into the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review. Is there a soundtrack out for The Expanse? Check out the soundtrack. Damn. Look at this, bro. Freaking ocean. Literally on an island right now. Lucky, man.
Hey! Hey! Stop! Stop! There's enough for all of us.
Structure seems to be holding. RC and the Belters set up separate camps, so not much has really changed down here. Naomi, we got some daylight peeking through. Water must have receded some.
It has, but not as quickly as we hoped. Scopes are still showing an ocean sitting on top of you.
So how long until we get back to the surface?
I can't tell for sure, but not for a couple of days at least.
Any progress getting the drive back online?
No. Fusion doesn't work here anymore.
Fucking Miller. How long will the reserves last?
I run the calculations on the Barb's orbital decay rate. Based on the ship's current altitude, speed, and power reserves, they have
maybe a few more days before they fall out of orbit.
Keep me updated if anything changes.
Holden, can we go back up to the surface?
Not yet.
We only have enough water purification tablets to last a day, maybe two.
Parachuting supplies might be an option, but we still won't be able to get anything until the water recedes.
What can we do to help you? So we're all just still at the mercy of you and your invisible friend.
Hey, I didn't choose this life, lady. Can you lay off? I think I wouldn't love to be chilling on Earth right now. Like,
you said you started noticing these spots about an hour ago?
Yes.
it's the same thing that's happening to her, but it's not so. What are they going to do? What is this?
My wife's a medtech. She mentioned she saw a child with an eye infection a few days ago. Some kind of outbreak.
I wouldn't call it that. It's more like an allergic reaction of some kind.
So you can treat it.
Antihistamine compound should clear it up. But I need to check everyone first to be sure.
She doesn't really know what it is because she's just telling him stuff, not let him worry or panic.
Belters are going to run out of food before us, and when they do, they're going to act desperate, so we need to be ready. Protect our camp and our equipment at all costs.
But be smart. There's a fight coming, but let them bring it to us.
You know what to do. Go do it.
2 days. That's it.
The Barb has maybe a day of battery power left.
There has to be something we can do.
We're going to reroute the batteries from the light shuttles, power the Barb's thrusters.
How much more time?
I can't say exactly until I see the power modules.
Okay. What else can we do?
Here, our best guess is that perimeter of moons is the boundary for this fusion shutdown. Won't know until we are outside of them.
Is that what we're heading?
Not yet. The Barb won't make it that far on battery power.
If we got it, we're gonna offload your daughter and everyone else onto the Rossi.
If we lose the lithium ore that we mine, we may as well be dead. No way to rebuild the colony. There has to be something else. It can't end like this.
I know. We're doing everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen.
I think I would care more about my life than some stupid lithium.
The OPA leadership failed me, and I in turn failed the people of this planet. The safety of this planet and its people is my sacred responsibility, and one that I have never taken lightly and never will. Jesus Christ. I sound incompetent. I wouldn't fucking vote for me. With someone's head on a spike is how I should have addressed it.
We couldn't wait to comment on the incident until we had someone in custody.
So instead you had me sit there with my tits hanging out, saying, trust me, I am not always a fuck up.
I thought you came across as honest and open man.
You know who else is honest and open? The person who says nothing when nobody asks a fucking question.
We just got the new poll numbers. Gao is within 3 points.
Jeez, she's closer.
Taking into account the speech?
It could have been a lot worse.
Get the fuck out.
This guy just doesn't know when to shut up, dude. Because I realized this a few times, this huge change in the show. I think, I want to say, is it season 3? I think it was season 3. It looked like it's season 3. That because you guys told me that the show was on the verge of getting canceled and then Amazon picked it up. It seems like the language, like, they cuss a lot more now. Like, the amount of F-bombs that have dropped since season 3. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind it. I don't mind. I'm not saying I just noticed, but I've never talked about it because I was like, oh well, F-bombs are dropping.
Why did I let you talk me into hiring those two idiots?
Because they're the best at what they do.
Then I'll start packing up my office.
Firing them this close to the election will only do more harm.
To whom? They just made me admit I was weak.
All you admitted was that you're not infallible.
In an election, they're the same thing. What was I thinking?
Got out in front of it, you told the truth.
It would have been better not to say anything.
I think you're overreacting.
Of course I am, because I should have not reacted at all. Now, public can second guess me. I should have trusted my judgment.
There's no bad judgment there.
Fucking stop it! If I did the right thing, then why is Nancy fucking Gao within 3 fucking points?
I think your advisors were right.
Oh, I see. So when there's another heiress and our planet is burning, at least we did the right thing.
I don't like to see you like this.
You wanted to be a part of this campaign.
You're right. I did. Now we know I'm not infallible.
Disguised the ship and then used it to attack us.
Our intel on the Inaros faction is limited. It appears Marco has a very loyal following amongst his people.
A public operation this large doesn't exactly fit the faction's profile. How certain are we that the OPA information is valid?
Marco Inaros is looking to make a name for himself. Now he has.
A deep cover asset in the belt intercepted this broadcast. This was taken days ago aboard the Pazuza, a belter freighter out of Palace Station. Apparently, Marco often travels on freighter ships for anonymity.
Real hero of the people. Is Marco still aboard the freighter?
It hasn't made any stops and no other ships have docked with it. Whoever got on hasn't gotten off.
Assuming he's still on the ship, what are our options?
The UNN Raskolnikov is the closest battleship in the freighter's AO. On your order, the Raskolnikov can destroy the freighter with a missile strike in a matter of minutes. Marco and everyone else on board will be eliminated.
There better be another option.
A tactical marine strike. Raskolnikov will fire a precision railgun shot in order to take out the ship's drive. Then a marine insertion team and a breaching pod will board. Collateral damage will be low, but our own risk of casualty will exist.
But is there a chance we would be able to capture Marco alive?
Yes, ma'am, but a very low one.
If we could put this terrorist on trial, we could make an example out of him. Keep monitoring the freighter. I want both strike options on the table.
Captain Holden, it would help if your people shared some of your supplies with the settlers.
So I need to put the interests of my people first.
It's gonna be a lot shorter for all of us if people begin to starve.
I understand that, which is why we all need to get out of here as soon as possible. In light of your recent confession, the fusion problem, all our priorities have changed. You said your close friend has been turning on these ancient machines here.
Yeah, unless we can shut them off, I don't think we'll get our fusion drives back online.
Is there anything my people can do?
Like what?
I don't know. I was trying to work out exactly what we're dealing with here. Nobody wins if we all die.
It's not up to me.
Mr. Holden, I have bad news. Before we evacuated, I noticed some kind of microorganism growing in my eye. I've examined nearly everyone here. We are all infected.
You told me it was an allergy.
I don't want to start a panic. Truth is, single-cell microorganisms native to this planet are making a home in our eyes. They're not hijacking our cells like a virus would.
Okay.
They're eating away at our eyes.
So what can you do?
Right now, nothing.
He's clean. James is clean.
People start going blind.
They already are. Maybe a day.
Day? That's all? Why is it suddenly happening now?
Also, we're all living in each other's pockets. Everything is going
clean.
to spread more easily. Have you noticed any kind of green spots or floaters in your eyes?
No, not at all. Why?
You don't seem to be infected.
Everyone's infected, but him. Does this maybe have something to do with your alien ghost friend?
It's only a transmission in my head.
I need a blood sample from you.
Doctor, goes without saying, doing this is our main priority now.
I'll do everything I can.
Ah, James is the only one not infected by this. Why is the question?
Fucking thief! You tried to steal our water! You fucking liar!
Stand down! And get back to your post, that's an order. Go!
Mercury Sharon?
At some point, you know, we're gonna have to kill some of these people.
Things like this, that's what always happens.
Tough.
Careful, gonna need every last one of those power modules. Ever been in the guts of a ship like this before?
There was an old decommissioned freighter on the Ganymede docks I went to on a school field trip. I thought I'd be doing stuff like this in university sims. Not for real in orbit.
Trust me, this is a better education than any university could give you.
You sound like my mother.
She's right.
For what it's worth, my mother hates herself for what she did. I don't believe she ever wanted to hurt anyone.
She was just trying to protect your family and your home.
Ilus is her dream, not mine.
Know the feeling of wanting to run away. Every day is harder than the next.
What did you do?
I came back.
I ran.
And then came back.
Regretted it ever since.
Your mother's been caring for you even since before you were born.
She wants you to go and chase your dreams. That's all any mother ever wants.
None of that really matters anymore.
You seem to be immune.
Not everybody got the plague.
Not everybody talks to an alien.
That doesn't sound as bad anymore.
You make it sound like a burden.
Now, if you knew the guy talking to me, you'd feel the same way.
I don't think I would. You're being given knowledge and answers that humans have only dreamt about.
I've also been given horrific nightmares.
To me, that sounds like an acceptable trade-off. I have traveled billions of kilometers to be the first exobiologist to study the most basic forms of extraterrestrial life. And you, on the other hand, are the only person in human history with a direct line of communication to an advanced alien species, and you're annoyed?
Perspective is a hell of a thing, man.
Any scientist would kill to change places with you.
That's true.
I know I would.
Doesn't make any difference though, because it's like when it's not your choice, you feel trapped.
I thought surprise visits were against the rules.
Fuck their rules. I'm in charge, and I wanted to see my husband.
I'm flattered to be a security breach, but what is so urgent?
I'm sorry. I was overstressed and not myself this morning.
Offer an apple?
I was wondering who that woman on our sofa was. The woman who didn't even want this job in the first place.
You're right. I never did. I blame it on the goddamn ring. When errors happened, I remember I felt so helpless. Everything was about to end, and there was nothing I could do about it. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Because you're scared for the planet, or because you're not in control of the outcome?
Both of those things. I could never do this job without you. I need to lean on you during times like this.
I've never questioned the things you've done before, because I knew you were doing them for the right reasons. But it feels like this election isn't about you being right anymore. It's just about you needing to win. Would losing be so bad?
That callback from season 1 with her and Frank. That's crazy.
That's why I need to win. I can't be right if I don't.
How far are you willing to go to find out?
As far as I have to.
As far as I have to. Damn. Well, he hasn't forgotten about you.
Because I couldn't be the man that my wife and my little kid needed me to be. I have to live with that. I could never make that right. You still have a chance to make it right. Make new memories with your kid instead of sitting around like me, hanging on to one moment that I got right. They're fixing Ganymede and with busted mirrors right now. There's hope for you.
The mirrors. That's the answer.
How so?
I think I know how to save the Barb.
We'd be putting both ships at risk.
But could it work?
In principle, it could work. We've got enough battery power for the thrust it would require. But we still need something to connect the ships.
What about mining nets? We have some on the Barb.
Yeah, I don't know. This not to be suicide. We gotta have some distance between us.
How much distance?
Kilometer to be safe.
Okay, so what if we take the nets apart and weave together a single cable that long? Could that work? Please, I need to make this right.
Naomi, what's the... I said I don't want to talk to you.
Just listen.
You can stop being a spoiled, rotten teenager.
How to save the Barb.
Wait, she does? It could work, but...
My guy in the back is like, okay. A black guy behind her is like, all right, smart kid.
Blind? You're fucking joking, right?
Well, obviously things have changed. We need to maintain peace with the Belters so we know Dr. Okoye can treat us, and that means we're gonna need to share our food and water.
That's why you stopped the fight.
This thing could go sideways very easily, get us all killed if we don't think quick. But if we do this right, this disaster is the best thing that could have happened to us. If we wait out these settled planet's ours.
You heard what Holden said. He's gonna defend the Belters' claims.
Which is why I'm not putting my fate in the hands of a court. We have to silence Holden now. I've been thinking about the Anteros. I still have nightmares about that ship. All those floating Belter faces. The RCE tripled their profits that quarter, and I got an extra $6,000. I've been spilling blood my entire career and making others rich off it. UN sent us to this planet, do research and to coexist with the Belters. It's in the company's interests if the Belters eventually cede their claim and any stake in the planet. My contract will give me 1% after all the Belters have gone.
This is all about money?
If we can control the technology that Holden activated, this planet is worth hundreds of billions more.
Sounds like you're finally getting what you're owed.
More than enough for the both of us. For everyone who helps us do what needs to be done.
Oh my god. It's all about the money.
And I need to know that you've got my back when I make my move. Your off-duty activities have given me reason to question you.
Amos is not a problem.
Liam!
What happened to him?
Liam!
They killed him? Oh. He's gonna think that they did something to him.
Everybody stay the fuck back! What are you doing? Kill my friend, you fucking piece of shit, skinny!
Let him go, you
Don't kill my best friend!
Then he'll be dealt with.
He dies, you die.
Do it! I can't protect you like this.
Put your fucking gun down or I'll shoot you myself!
Oh, what the hell is that? Slugs? That's what killed him. He dead anyways. That's what killed Liam or whatever his name is. And they're just dropping him? Oh, one dropped on him. What the heck is that?
What the?
Instant death.
No, don't touch it.
Back up.
What is happening? Where are they coming from?
Oh my god, what is that? They're everywhere. Bro, back up! Their water source is gone now. Bro, what the hell, man?
UNN Raskolnikov is ready.
And your Marines?
UNMC-1 is floating dark in the Pazuzu's flight path. Both strike options are ready.
Which option will she choose?
Send in your Marines, General.
Raskolnikov breaching option is a go.
Well, she choose the cleaner option. Damn, that was hella precise. Jeez. Took out their drive. Fucking EMP the shit out of that. Damn, that breach is crazy. What if he's not on the ship, man?
What's happening? Do they have control of the ship?
They're moving to ops.
Ah, it's somebody that looked like him.
Contact right.
All the freaking Marines are dead, bro.
This is UNMC-1. Pazuza, it's gone.
It's gone? It just blow up anyways? Is that what happened? No. Alright, so let's talk about this episode here. This episode, of course, you know, you got Belters, you got the RCE, you got, oh my god, so many things, so many different people. And with Mercury now trying to go after Holden, that's a bad idea, my guy. That's a bad idea if I've ever heard one. I get it why he wants to, but it's just not going to play out the way he thinks it's going to play out, in my opinion. Like, I just don't feel like it's going to play out the way how he thinks this is going to play out for him. Now, I mean, other than the situation where, you know, he's seeing what's going on, and I was like, oh, Mercury is changing, he's sharing. What are we doing here? This is not gonna go the way how he thinks it's going to go. Now there's this slug problem. It's just like problems are coming out of nowhere right now, and you want to take out the one guy that could possibly help everybody. Oh yeah, great idea. So, money. You know what I'm saying? Money hungry. I don't understand this guy and his thinking, man. It's just like, oh, I gotta be prepared to take out Holden. We're all trying to survive here. But apparently that's not his MO. That's not his main priority right now. It's all about how much money we can make if we get the technology, and also if we take the planet. Oh Lord have mercy, I can't stand this dude. But they finally came up with an idea to save the Barb. So good. And Chris Jen is over here trying to find Marco. And the thing about it is like, it doesn't seem like Marco was on the ship. It's either Marco was on the ship and they're like, oh, the ship is gone, right? They're saying that the ship is gone, and I'm like, why are you reporting that the ship is gone? Like, did it blow up? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Was it a trap? I'm guessing we're gonna find that out in the next episode. But during this episode is, of course, everybody that's down there are going to go blind. We find out that James is immune. Now, why is he immune? I don't know, because he's not the only person from Earth that is there. So it's not as, you get what I'm saying? He's not the only Earther. So I can't say it's because he's an Earther, or he's from Earth. So that's not it. That's not it, because he's the only one. This has to do with, probably has to do with his connection with the protomolecule. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. It has something to do with that. It has to have something to do with that. They're not gonna quite find out what that is, but I'm hoping that they do pretty soon. Because now we're in dire situations now. They figured out a way to save the Barb. Good. Hopefully that works out. But man, things are rising. They're still setting things up. So I'm just paying attention to what's going on so I don't miss anything. That conversation that Kristen had with her husband is very reminiscent of the conversation she had with Frank back in season 1 when she, when Frank parted ways with her, right? When Frank was like, gave her the example of him, you know what I'm saying, when they were playing when they were little, and he realized that, you know what, you're the type of person who just always wants to win. I think his final words to her was like, I won't play anymore. Because no matter what, no matter if it's our friendship, it doesn't matter. It's just all about winning for you, right? And you're willing to do anything to win, right? And when you don't get me wrong, it's a good trait to have, but not at the expense of other people. You get what I'm saying? Not at the extent where it's hurting people or you gaslight people into thinking that they're right, or lying to people, I should say, right? To let them feel a certain way, because in my opinion, that's what I believe happened at that point, and I talked about it back then. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't the right way to go about things, the way I should, because that was a friend, right? That was a friend. It just wasn't cool what she did. You might agree, disagree, but either way, it was a very good callback to that conversation, because it's the same thing that Frank was saying to her. Her husband now is saying to her the same thing again. And he walked away because it's like, you know what? You're gonna be you. I'm not gonna stop you from being you, right? We gotta stop this foolishness. We gotta stop all of this foolishness. And she realized what she did wrong. And I don't know if she recalled what happened with Frank and why she went back to apologize to him. But it was just the way how she was acting in that room at that time. Like the thing about it is this, right? She doesn't want to lose the election. You know what I'm saying? She had some valid points. And what she was talking about is just that she was acting like a spoiled brat in the moment. And her husband just couldn't deal with it. Because it's like, this is not the woman I married. So I don't know why you're acting like this, as if everybody's not trying to help you, right? Everybody's trying to help you win the election. Yes, Guy was closed in, within 3 points in the polls. Like, okay, she's closer now. There's a couple of blunders, but there's a way how to handle this. Listen, anything that politician does, there's always people who are positive about it, and there's always people who are negative about it. You can't avoid that. You cannot avoid that when it comes on to politics. There's going to be people who will agree with how you do things, and people who disagree on how you do things, right? You just have to make sure that you're more on the positive side. Like, you have more people that support and agree with what you're doing. That's what politics is all about. That's what it's all about. Is getting more people to agree with you than disagree with you. That's pretty much bare bones what politics is, right? And to get, especially when it comes on to elections as well, right? So I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't necessarily like check her or anything like that. He just walked away. It's like, listen, that's how you want to act? I'm out. You know what I'm saying? She found her way back to him and was like, listen, I can't do this without you. Cool being, but you gotta be able to listen to other people's opinion, and they're trying, because her husband was essentially trying to tell her there's a positive way to look at this situation too. You can't just look at it from a negative point of view because you think that this is a softer side, right? They are going to be people who realize that you made a mistake. We're all human. There's gonna be people that think that. So you can't just look at it and be like, man, I came off so soft and like we shouldn't have said nothing. It's just like, then you're just gonna leave it up to people to draw their own conclusions. Sometimes that is best, right? As well. But I think, in my opinion, in that situation, you do need to address it, but you didn't have to admit any fault, which is what they told her to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she should have admitted any fault in the situation. They should have just tell him what happened, why we had to shoot down the ship, and that's that. But that's just me. Anyways, guys, I'm moving on to the next episode. Leave a like, leave a comment. Catch you guys for the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.